Greetings, fellow artists, and welcome. My goal is to help you avoid the mistakes I've already made and to save money while you're doing it. Well, let's get on it. Today we're making happy little ladybugs sitting on happy little daisies out of cold porcelain. Very inexpensive, especially if you make your own clay. There's a link in the description for my best do-it-yourself cold porcelain. They're supposed to be good luck, and I want to give people good luck and wish them well and God bless you and all that. So I made these to give to visitors to my tiny little studio. What can they do with them? They can stick them in a plant. And remember, somebody's wishing me well. So here we go. We're going to need some materials. Here's a plunging daisy cutter. See how that plunges? We're going to need some floral wire. There we go. The funny thing about wire is that the higher the gauge, the skinnier the wire. So on the left we have 18, which is fairly stiff. The white is about 22. The very thin wispy stuff is about 26 perhaps. You might need all of them at one point. Usually for stems I'm going to use the 18. So here's our stems, and here's our fantastic wire cutters from Lowe's, my favorite art store. I only need them half length, so obviously I'm cutting them in half. Okay, wires. Oh, what's that wire doing? He's for a different project. Going into my stash of cold porcelain, which you keep wrapped airtight at all times. And we're going to look at this. We're going to color this. We can color it any color. We can use acrylics or oil. You got to always condition the clay when you take it out of the bag, so it's nice and nice. After a while you can tell what nice feels like. But you see, you can kind of tell right here how it's kind of pulling apart and soft and yet holds its shape. So we're going to condition that. Get it yellow. There's our little yellow log. Remember that the colors dry darker than they appear. Alright, there's a little daisy center because it's not a very big daisy. Oop, we don't want a yellow log. We're going to put him back in the bag. And there's our daisy center. Alright, we're going to squish it. Not completely flat. Not flat and skinny. Just a little bit flat. You know, like a daisy center. Put a little glue on that stem. Stick it in there gently. And we're going to stick it in some styrofoam. Let it dry. It's going to dry like a couple hours overnight. Depends on your relative humidity. You can just tell. It gets hard as a rock when it's dry. While we're at it, let's make some bodies for our ladybugs. So we got some orange clay. We're going to pinch off a ladybug-sized piece, which I'm thinking is about like that. We're going to roll it round. A ladybug's not completely round. He's a little bit narrower toward his head than his booty. But you got to be very careful with that. It's a very subtle difference. Okay, there's a little ladybug. He's just going to dry right there, no problem. We're going to make another one. And we're going to be careful about the shape. But we're not going to, get all OCD about it. Obviously, I didn't like the shape of that one just right, so there we go. And we just keep doing that with lots and lots of... You see, this doesn't go very fast. This is not a really complicated thing. You might have done something like this in kindergarten. Ta-da, ladybug buddies. Now, here's the thing. I made a mistake. I should have impaled them on a toothpick like I usually do, because it's very hard to paint something that small. And you will see my painful efforts to do that. Here we go. Here's our little daisy center, all dry now. And there's our plunging daisy cutter. And what else? Here's a baller. I call it a baller. See, it's got different sizes, and you'll find you use that a lot. So what are we doing? We're going to get into our stash of clay. And get out some. To deal with, we're going to condition. If it's too dry and hard, you're going to add some oil. And if it's too wet, you're going to add some cornstarch, a little cornstarch. That is a silicone mat, and that is a silicone rolling pin, lightly dusted with cornstarch. So we're gonna roll it. And this clay is actually very nice. It needs neither oil nor cornstarch. Nice stuff. That just happens sometimes. So I'm not being real perfectionist about this. Oh, there's our daisy cutter. We're going to cut it out like biscuits or Christmas cookies. How many am I going to cut out? I'm going to cut out 3. Plenty, get out. Get out. Alright. We're going to do 3, because if you did like 20, some of them would be dry and unworkable by the time you were done. So I'm just going to do 3, which will stay workable. And then I'm going to put this extra back in the bag, or it's all going to just get hard and ruined. And where did that little wire come from? Get out of here. Alright, here's our little daisies, but they're all cookie cutter edge, and I don't like cookie cutter edge, because flowers actually have very thin petals, don't they? So we're just going to take our little baller, and we're going to just roll out the edge with a little flippy motion. Now if your baller gets glue on it, you can just rub it off with your fingernail. You'll know if it gets glue on it because it'll start tearing up your project. You're just going to clean it off, go back, maybe dust it with a little cornstarch, and then you'll be able to roll it again. However, this clay is behaving very nicely. Now we're taking our little stamp, a very little glue on the bottom of that, very little, almost nothing, but something. Then we're going to flip it over, stick it smack in the center of that petal, and then we're going to turn it upside down. Something's going to happen here. We're going to slide it down toward the center, which is hard and glued on there real good. And then where we go. Now, I'm going to hang this upside down. I hang it upside down because I took a hot glue gun and I glued some styrofoam to the bottom of my work table. So I hang it upside down until it dries, a couple hours to overnight, something like that. And there they are, cute little daisies, ready for ladybugs. Now I should have put the ladybugs on a toothpick because you can see it'd be very hard to paint something this small. There's a trick to painting it, but it's going to go a lot better if you've got a toothpick. Well, I skipped that step. It was a learning experience, and the best way to do this is to put a little glop of black paint and dip his little head in here. About 1/5 of the ladybug's head, I'm just guessing, but it's not half, it's not most, it's just a little bit. So you're going to dip this carefully to get that just right. You can get it very, very round by dipping it carefully. Best way to get little dots, I have found, is with a toothpick. Just dip it in there, and there we go. See, nice little round dots. Trying to do this with a brush will drive you insane. Toothpick. And toothpick is cheap. And here they are, the finished product. Happy little things to hand out to people. Maybe bring a little happiness into their life. Just a little, but it's good, and they can stick it in their plant, and they know somebody wishes me well. And that's a nice thing, isn't it? Was this helpful? Please like, share, and comment. Thanks. And remember, it's not a screw-up, it's a learning experience. And have a great week.